Hey guys, now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews. Cybertron Weekly is your central hub for everything Transformers.
You's a dirty tree-hugging hippie.
Like, hey man, I'm a lover, not a fighter.
You's a sock.
Aww. Wait, that's it?
Wait, no, please help me.
There it is.
Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review, and today we're taking a look at another Transformers Power of the Primes figure, and it's Beachcomber. Now, I found this figure at my local Toys R Us. They have the ongoing going out of business sale going on, and he was 30% off, and I couldn't pass him up. He's one of my favorite G1 characters. I mean, he's blue, he's cool, he's got silver sunglasses, and he turns into a dune buggy. I mean, how cool is that? So let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. So here we have Beachcomber in the packaging, and he's pretty much what we've been seeing in the Legends or Scout class style figures. I guess this would be a Scout figure, and definitely pretty cool. It's got Transformers, his Generations. I love the artwork up here. We get his Dune Buggy mode, and he looks a lot bulkier than what I was kind of expecting out of this figure. But that's okay, it's definitely pretty cool. I have seen some people online that have customized this guy by painting the right hand gold from the Golden Lagoon episode, which I'm so tempted to do. In fact, I'm so tempted to do that, I'm going to put a poll right up here. If I should paint his hand gold, vote here. If I get more yays than nays, then, well, I will do it in an upcoming episode. But yeah, it's definitely pretty fun. There is Beachcomber right there. There's the artwork. It says Transformers. There he is, looking cool. There is his Dune Buggy. Yep, Power of the Primes, all the way. And yeah, back of the package. It's got a little tiny write-up, and his legs look so tiny in this picture. This is a very awkward-looking picture. Digging the Dune Buggy right there, and then he's got Micronus right here, and the little guys can ride inside of him, which is pretty cool. Which is one of the things I like about the Headmaster and Power Master, or not Power Master, but the Prime Master figures. Definitely pretty neat, so kind of a close-up. Whoop. I can get this to focus. If you want to pause and read that, you are more than welcome to. And then, yeah, there he is. Why does his legs look so tiny there? That just looks so awkward. But yeah, there's the Dune Buggy mode, looking cool. And then there's Micronus going for a ride out on the beach in Beachcomber. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the packaging. Let's go ahead and get Beachcomber out of box and see what we think. So here we have Beachcomber out of the packaging, and I gotta say, for the most part, I really like this figure. There are a couple things, and they're very minor, that kind of bug me about the figure, but overall, I think they did a good job with it, and he falls right over. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty decent. I like the colors. The hands are weird, though. So this is a cross between the look of the cartoon version of the character from the 80s and the toy from the 80s. And I say that because this little piece here in the chest is straight off of the toy. He had this piece on the lower chest in both the cartoon and the toy, but on the cartoon he did not have an Autobot logo down here. The Autobot logo is actually there where that sticker piece is. So it's an interesting homage to the two. And he's definitely got the G1 head sculpt, which is interesting. And when I say G1 head sculpt, I mean to the cartoon. Obviously, the only thing that really bugs me, I don't mind the Autobot logo not being there. I kind of like the toy look there. But the thing that really kind of bugs me are the hands. They're gray. And he's never had gray hands, which is weird. And here's the dumbest part. They're painted gray. So they actually wasted money doing this because the rest of the arm is blue. Why didn't they just leave it blue? This is the one time I wish they didn't have any paint apps on it, and they done effed it up. Way to go, Hasbro. And that's probably my biggest gripe, which is an easy fix, but it's kind of lame I have to do that. And I'm still up in the air whether I want to put a gold hand on this guy or not from the Golden Lagoon episode, so definitely vote on the poll. I'll let that run for about a month or so and see who's interested in seeing that. And I might do it, or I might get another one and do it. I don't know. But yeah, overall, not too terribly bad of a figure. As far as articulation goes on this guy, his head does move back and forth. His upper arms right here are on a ball joint. His elbow is also on a ball joint. He has no articulation in the waist, which is unfortunate, but that is due to transformation. He has a ball joint at the upper hip that's all blurry, and there we go. So yeah, that's kind of cool. And then he's got a hinge here at the knee, and that is for transformation mainly. There is nothing at the feet, but he does have a mushroom peg at the middle of the leg, which is kind of nice. That makes it for interesting poses. So that's pretty cool. So for a little tiny bot, he actually has some pretty decent articulation. So taking a closer look at the figure itself, this thing has a great sculpt. I love the head sculpt. I mean, it looks just like the G1 cartoon Beachcomber. The chest looks nice. I like the light gray, the little sticker on his chest, very much like the old toy. He's got the tires on the side of his arms, which looks cool. They're painted. The hubcaps are painted, which is nice. I love the silver paint on the motor on the back of the dune buggy there. I think that looks really, really cool. And we got some struts going on his shoulders for the dune buggy mode. Overall, I think this is just a phenomenal looking piece. As far as sculpt work goes, there's just some minor gripes I have with some paint on this guy. So taking a look at the midsection of the figure, he's got the bars that kind of hang down on the back, which is not too bad. I'd prefer if they went upward instead, though. And I like the paint on his little belly there. That looks good. The biggest problem here are the gray hands. Why they painted them gray, I don't know. No Beachcomber figure has had gray hands, which is very strange. The rest of the arms are not too bad. They got those kind of black spots on the back of them for the dune buggy mode, which is interesting. The legs are light gray to match the rest of him, which is fine. And then what's kind of weird, if you look on the inside of the arms, they're kind of hollow, but they have like piping in them, which is an interesting add. So yeah, kudos for them for doing that. And finally, looking at the legs of the figure, the back of the legs very hollow, but that's for transformation, and that's fine. They hide half of the bars really well, and it kind of helps stand the figure. We got the little headlights down there, which is nice. I would have liked those to have been painted yellow. The Autobot logo looks really good when it's in the vehicle mode. It's a nice big Autobot logo with the white on it, which looks nice. Other than that, everything looks pretty good. I don't like the blue peg in the middle of the tires. I wish they would have painted those, used the paint for the hands, and paint those clips. That would have been a much better use of that paint money. So transformation on this guy is super darn easy. What you're going to do is you're going to lift this piece upright back here. You're going to pull the body forward or up, I guess, like that. You are going to then pull these pieces out down on his feet. You're going to spin the legs around like this, and then it's going to clamp in right down here. These two bars are going to clamp right there, and then you are going to connect these two pieces like so, and then the arms just clip. There's a little peg that goes right here, so you just kind of push these inward like this and like that, and it's all out of focus. And there it is, the dune buggy mode, and it's okay. It's not bad. I do have a gripe about it. The tires look small, especially the back tires. They look like they should be bigger. So I kind of wish they were a little bit bigger. And the other gripe is this gray splotch, like right there. I just feel like a piece should have flipped out to cover that. I think that would have been a lot cooler. But overall, it's not bad. I like the headlights. He's got a nice big Autobot logo. I love the silver paint on the engine back there. Huge gaping hole where his head is. That just looks redonkulous. There should be something to cover that up. Like this panel should flip up. That would have been nice. Like this could have flipped up here. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, that could have been nice. But yeah, overall, it's not a bad dune buggy mode. Now, the play gimmick on this guy is that a little Prime Master or Headmaster can ride in here. So let me grab one really quick. So here we have a Headmaster. And we will go ahead and let him ride inside. Woohoo! If I can show this off here. So he's going to sit in like this. And then these pieces clamp back together. And there we have our little Headmaster inside the dune buggy. And yeah, that is pretty darn awesome. I do like that. I like the play gimmick. If we can get this thing back in focus, don't know what's going on, but yeah, so overall, I think this is a pretty good play gimmick. It's fun, it looks cool, just some very minor gripes about the vehicle mode, and other than that, yeah, it's not bad, especially for the price. For comparison, here we have Beachcomber with one of the Decepticon clones, one of the Walgreens exclusives, and you can see he's the same size. So I like how they kind of fit in this scout class size, which is really, really nice. He looks good and bulky, and he's going to look great up on the shelf with the other mini-bots from the Headmaster line that we had and this Prime Master line. So is Beachcomber from Power of the Primes a figure that you want in your Transformers collection? Yes. If you are a G1 fan, this is a must-have, I think. If you're a Minibot fan, this is definitely a must-have. Overall, I think they got this figure right. It looks good. It's sculpted well. It's, for the most part, painted really well, except for the hands. I don't get that, but whatever. The transformation is simple, almost a little too simplistic. I wish the vehicle mode had a couple more flip out pieces to hide the gray on the sides of the vehicle, as well as the gaping hole where his head kind of sinks in. Other than that, I mean, this is a pretty decent figure. The tires on his vehicle mode in the back, I think, could have been a little bit bigger. They look a bit small when it's in vehicle mode, but yeah, that's a very minor gripe. So overall, this is definitely worth the money. I got this guy at my local Toys R Us. It was on clearance, so I ended up paying like $6.99 for him instead of the $10 that's normal retail. So that was a fantastic purchase for me. So definitely check him out at TRU while they're still open to get him on discount. So there he is, Beachcomber from Transformers Power of the Primes.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.